My daughter's name is Alizé Rucker. Her favorite teacher is Miss Jenkins, who evidently has a substitute teacher that regularly fills in for her. His name is Mr. Braxton. My daughters both tell me he is not kind. What? Today, Alizé told me he whispered to other students that she didn't know how to solve her math problems. I never said that. He said she was taking too long to complete her assignments. I did say that. Alizé regularly attends tutoring to get extra help. The last thing we need in this family is a teacher tearing her down. She's already going through this adolescence change, which makes her irritable. I really felt the need to bring this to your attention. He's just a substitute teacher. I know that Alizé can be a real problem student, but never is there cause for a teacher to be less than nurturing and kind. Thank you for listening. If you don't mind, can you schedule time for Alizé to visit a psychologist? This is what I deal with as a substitute teacher. And all of these kids think that they're make-believe adults who can fool their parents? I think they're just in need of direction. Oh, we got a sub. We got a sub, y'all! All right, be quiet, you guys. Shut up! Shut up, damn! They bad, mister. They is really bad. You don't have to be mean. Yes, you is, Trevon. That's why Miss Jackson ain't here. She said she was taking a break when she killed somebody and lose her job. You shut up. See, I'm telling Miss Jackson, you always starting shit. Oh, I'm sorry, mister. You the dumbass. You the one who got suspended for bringing that weed pipe to school, stupid ass. Oh, I'm sorry, mister, but I can't stand him. He a crack baby. Yes, you is, Trevon. That's why you in special ed. You is in special ed. Miss Hadley, your teacher. Well, she a special ed teacher, so you in special ed. Yup, he is mentally retarded. Okay, relax. Just take a seat. Oh. You better get out my damn face, Trevon. I'm gonna hurt you, little boy. Oh, I am sorry, mister, but I can't stand this little punk ass. My name is LaQuita. What's your name? Oh, Mr. Braxton? Oh, like Tony Braxton? You related to Tony Braxton? No. Take a seat. Oh, you mean? Oh, top tight, bro? Miss Jackson always let me take bro. Yes, she do. Can I take down to the office then? No. Sit down. Why? Oh, you mean? Hello? It's the twin girl. Oh, no, it's cool. We got a substitute. Wait, hold on. You on my cell phone? Oh, why? Am I gonna get it back in the class? Oh, girl, I gotta go. I better get it back in the class. These kids are definitely in need of direction. And I say that because I was once a kid in need of direction. And had it not been for a perceptive teacher, who knows what direction my life would have taken. See, when I was their age, I had a stepfather who physically terrorized my family nightly. I would go to school and I would sleep through first period because I was tired from the previous night's fighting. And I would sleep through sixth period because I needed the rest for the night to come. I mean, I had lots of friends, but I felt alone, so I started drinking, doing drugs, sinking into depression, and secretly plotting my stepfather's murder. Mr. Underhill, my first period teacher, he recognized that I was in trouble, so one day after school, he got permission from my mom to bring me to one of his lodge meetings, where he introduced me as an extraordinary young man. 200 strangers saw me in a different manner than I saw myself. He saved my life. And from that moment, I wanted to make that kind of a difference in someone else's life. Well, if only for a day. Yeah! You got a substitute! Mr. Braxton, Bryan is always late. Miss Jackson, just send him down to the dean's office. Bitch, Miss Jackson ain't here. Who you talking about, bitch? Hey, the both of you, relax. Man, just take a seat. I'd have let it end at that if it weren't for his pants practically hanging below his knees. Yo, my man. I always try to use a little slang, just to let them know I'm still down. Man, pick up your pants. If there's one thing I hate to see, it's young African-American males sagging their pants. This trend has become so prevalent now, sometimes I wonder if it's me. Maybe I'm the one who doesn't get it. Maybe I become my mom with a total disregard for my style of dress, my music, my earrings, my long hair. Well, I have long hair. Okay, I had a jerry curl. A glistening, greasy jerry curl. It was so greasy that because of the V in the front, it gave me pimples on my forehead. And because it was real long in the back, it made a dirty, greasy line on the back of my shirt that made it stick to the back of my neck. But I was cooler than most, though. I wore matching washcloths on the backs of my shirts. This prevented that jerry curl juice from making that permanent ring around the collar. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, why did I get this sagging thing? Maybe it shows some sort of generation-wide African-American solidarity I'm not privy to. Maybe every time one brother sees another brother with his pants hanging low, it means community unification and self-determination, or kiss my ass to traditional forms of individual and communal expression, and the lower the drag, the higher the connection to ancestral democracy and Camusian existentialism. I could be wrong. It could mean solidarity and cohesiveness, letting each brother know that although the chains are broken, the struggle continues. I don't think so. It's a prison mentality perpetrated on our youth by a society that values its criminals. When criminals go to jail, their belts are taken away so they can't use them as weapons or suicide devices. This creates the SAG effect. So when they get out, they've already obtained this mythological street credibility. So they go on to infect their sense of institutionalism on the intellect of our youth. And without even a marketing contract. Yo, dude, I already asked you, pick up your pants. This calls for a more direct approach, in which I need to stand erect, puff up my chest, lower my voice, squint my eyes, and speak through clenched teeth. My subtext being, I'm gonna outman you. I said, pick up your pants. It's not working. I hear so bad in my best shit, and he's not budging. Not only does he act like he could care less, he has figured out the system. See, those are the kids that I fear because they're the hardest to reach. They know the rules are in their favor and your hands are tied. My man, if you pick up your pants, you're still gonna be the same person. Man, I hate this school. Got him. Man, you a racist. Now, I wanted to say, sit your black ass down. But instead, I said, be very careful of the vocabulary you use. I would be a racist if I didn't tell you to pick up your pants. Outside, you can play whatever role you want. But in this classroom, I want to see a student. Now take a seat, please. Okay, my name is Mr. Braxton. Obviously, your teacher's not here, so in order to start running this ship smoothly, we're going to start off with a couple ground rules. Yes, a ship is for nautical travel. This is a classroom. The girl is pretty bright. What is your name? America. Your parents named you America? Yes, what are they? Oh, nothing. It's beautiful. Oh, America, the beautiful. My parents were just happy to come here. Girl, please. Your parents might just happen to have 4 walls, a toilet, and some running water. What? I can't stand her. She ain't better than anybody because her name America. What? LaQuita, relax. America, despite LaQuita's inappropriate outburst, I really believe that LaQuita is a leader. And I believe that in the future, LaQuita will use her leadership abilities to build people up as opposed to tearing them down. Because that's what a leader would do. As for your parents, they know exactly what they were doing. We should all dream as big. Okay, these are the ground rules so this week will run smoothly. First and foremost, all the rules your teacher has for you apply with me. I'm not going to go over them because you know them. There's 2 exceptions. Number 1, if I take any electronics, including cell phones, your parents are going to have to come pick them up. And number 2, if you're rude or disrespectful, I'm sending you to the dean the very first time. Man, that ain't fair. I never said I was fair. Life's not always fair. One day I was watching the Discovery Channel, and these thirsty gazelles were approaching this watering hole. They would take a step, look around, then take another step. It seemed like it took them a half hour to go 10 feet. So when they finally got to the watering hole, they looked over the still water before lowering their heads and beginning to drink. When all of a sudden, an alligator jumped out of the water, grabbed one of them by the head, and pulled him in. That folks is life. Not always fair. But you can arm yourself with enough information to combat its obstacles. Play by my rules, folks, and I promise I won't gobble you up. But I will set you on a path to becoming a better student. There's greatness in each and every one of you. In order to find it, you have to be present. What is time? Is it the falling leaves that change? Or the snow that floats from the skies? What is time? Is it the air we breathe? Or the wings that teach the newborn bird to fly? Who can tell? I don't know. Will we change?